Hey, what's going down YouTube? It's your boy Cali Bomber. Um, I'm one of those people who trolls through YouTube, looking at other people's videos, and it's not necessarily to talk shit and just hate on what everyone's saying. I like to see what the problem is. A lot of people on YouTube will post problems like, can you help me out? I'm having a pest issue, a mildew issue, newt burn issue, whatever issue it may be, they're going to post it and ask for help. That's why I love YouTube. I also ask for help when I need help, or I'll comment a question if I want a response because I am concerned or need some kind of answer, or see if anyone's been having same issues that I've had. That's why I like YouTube. I love the community. Sometimes when I say troll, that means just reading down people's comments and commenting, but I don't just talk shit. I'll offer my advice, and that just makes people want to troll on your shit. If you know something, there's always another motherfucker who's not even gonna incorporate good information, but they're just gonna hate on your shit and talk shit. So that's normal. I'm getting used to that shit, but it's like, fuck, man, I want to help the person posting the video up. I'm not here to have motherfuckers read my comment to just talk shit. If you're having a problem, read my shit. If you have a better way than my shit, please comment, post that shit. I want to know. I'm getting over a cold, so I sound kind of nasally. Been fucking coughing up green shit. Had my nieces and nephews visit this maybe about a week ago. I'm just getting over it. Still went snowing. Still went skiing because it got powder. Had a fever, and that kind of made it worse. Anyways, I'm better now, and I'm here to make this quick vid after going through that bullshit I needed to say. And this video here is if you're having mite issues and mildew issues, pre-veg, veg, early flower, fruiting phase. I wouldn't use this after week 6. I wouldn't really fuck with it. At week 6, you shouldn't have any issues. You should have already made sure that there is none the whole way fucking through. But shit happens, So, clones from certain clubs, even if they are treated, you don't see mildew. It's the fact that they don't have a main root. And that main root from seed is it's like the plant's immune system. It makes it really like pest and mildew resistant. Not necessarily pest resistant, but it makes it a stronger plant coming from from seed. From seed is stronger. So when you do clones, there's just a chance, because it doesn't have the same rooting system. It's just like that systemic rooting system. The very fine fibers, the super thin hairs. You pull that motherfucker out from seed, you're going to have a carrot. You're going to pull out a white motherfucking carrot with lots of thicker, smaller, thicker rooting branches. And then off those branches, you're going to have your systemic, tiny, hair-like, white, mold-looking roots. And that's good. Clones don't have those unless you fucking give it some hormone, And it's like the first-gen cut, Anyway, if you get mold and mildew, I've tried all kind of bullshit, plucking all your leaves off. I've been growing for a long time, and maintenance is honestly the best thing to do, is maintain cleanliness. Just eliminate ways of contamination. If you're pulling that outside air in, make sure it's filtered. Invest in a HEPA filter, man. I use my shit over and over and over, and I wash that shit. And ever since I got one of those greenhouse air filters, they're like over $100. I pull outside air into my garden, and usually it's about 55 degrees at night, so it's like fucking free AC. I don't run AC. I'm running 2600 watts in a 4x9 by 7 tent. And, it can get warm. I've had it up to 81 degrees Fahrenheit, and I don't like that. I want it at most 78. 75 is perfect, but at night when the lights are off, 62 degrees is fucking great. But 62 degrees and anything over 60% humidity, you're going to get fucking white powder mildew. I don't care. But I mean, that's just fact. Okay, I mean, unless you have a super fucking mildew resistant genetics, you know. And sometimes that super top shelf shit, that shit that just comes out top shelf, is just prone for mildew. You know, I had the Girl Scout cookies, sugar frosted. Just, you know, just have one tiny spot. And it's like, why? I'm doing everything I need to do. Shit happens. And if you don't do any fucking thing about it, if you're like, oh, it'll go away, I'm going to bring my humidity down right now. But if you have mildew already, there's mildew all over the planet. It just hasn't fucking spored out yet. You know what I mean? It's there. So what I did and what I've learned from these free samples that I get at the San Francisco Max Yields Indoor Gardening Expo at the Tacoma Convention Center. It's here in San Francisco, or it's in San Francisco in California. And these are fucking the products I use from veg all the way to like week 5 if I need to. So I'll look and see if I have any spots. And I don't have mildew. But when you use these products, it does leave a slight residue, and that's what protects the plant. And what the fucking residue is, and all it is natural ingredients. Shit I've concocted before in the past, but since these are free, and it's just use it right out of the bottle, I'll even slightly dilute mine because this shit's strong, man. But check it out, it's just lemongrass oil, castor oil, fish oil, nitrogen, and a little soap. Okay, don't be scared of soap. It's horticultural soap. All it does is fucking emulsifies things and makes it easier to spread. It increases the surface tension of oil. You know, it doesn't just repel like neem. You know, you have to kind of use slightly warm water, put a little soap, shake it up every time you spray. Otherwise, it's gonna break and separate. And all you're gonna have is neem at the top and then slightly neem water. You know, so you gotta constantly shake that shit. But this, just it's ready to use. You don't dilute this at all. It says not to, but I do. And like I said, I'm using outside air in constantly, 24/7 outside air being blown into my fucking garden. And I've done that before without a HEPA filter. I've done the regular concocted homemade, you know, a box sealed with fucking filters. You know, the AC ones used for house concocted box. Mites will go through that. That ain't shit. The HEPA filter and prevention right here. Mites do not like the smell. If you have mites in your fucking garden and this is on your plants, the mites are gonna repel just from the fucking smell of this. That's what I like. They don't smell that sweet, tender, vegging fucking smell of cannabis. You know, they smell like lemongrass oil and castor oil. And these other ingredients, the nitrogen and fish oil, this is why it's called Pure 3-Way, is it's a mildew and pest resistant spray, but at the same time they call it 3-way, pest and mildews, 2 ways. The third thing it does is it's a great foliar feed. You know what I mean? Has a little nitrogen in it. So when you're spraying it, this is great for veg. If you don't want any nitrogen, then go with the fucking kapow. It's exactly the same shit minus nitrogen, as you can see. Made by the same fucking company. All I want to do is say thank you to Pure. Where's their fucking logo? Well, it's Pure Kapow. I forgot what the fucking company is called, but it's Pure Nutrients. Okay? And there's other companies here in Cali that made there's several companies that made something like this here in California. But people buy into, oh, neem. I'm gonna use neem. I'm gonna use fucking what's that called? Perithium bombs. I'm gonna use all that bullshit. Go ahead, man. That shit ain't safe. So when this stuff was made back in the day, no one believed into the organics. You know, like I'm talking about like 10 years ago when I've heard of this. Oh, garlic oil, lemon oil. We don't want that on our shit because it definitely kills the smell. Your fucking your garden, if it's super like danky smell. One thing I like about this also is it masks the smell for a few days, you know, and just the smell alone, pests don't even want to set foot in that fucking tent or your grow room. And like I said, these products right here, I haven't seen any fucking videos online about anything like this except organic gardeners concocting their own shit. You know, a lot of people who get the mites and mildew are just hobby growers fucking throwing something up in their closet or some shit, you know, and that's a good way to start in getting into the grow scene. And, you know, if you're doing that, great. If you're encountering a problem and you don't want to go the chemical route and you really want to just, like, see